Surfboards, and we're here at our booth at the surf trade show here, the Sacred Craft, with our Alaias boards, and we're getting, a lot of people are really interested in them, and a lot of people are a little bit hesitant to ride them. But we're just here to give out the information to help everybody get more acquainted with the designs. We've a lot of people who do put the time into it transforms their surfing life and are really having a good time on it, and just looking for more and better conditions to ride them, and taking the different designs out and giving them a spin. And if you ever want to try a board out, call us up or look us up on the internet, and maybe we could meet up somewhere and go for a surf. A lot of people ride the boards. The names that you'd probably recognize would be Dan Malloy, Dave Rastovich, Rob Machado, Chris Del Morro. Those are Tom Curren's been riding them, and then it's just kind of spreading. We got a lot of every break pretty much has one or two guys out there going for it now, and hopefully we can infiltrate more spots and get the local kids at each spot trying them out. The design's an ancient design, which is really interesting because it really opens up the past of what surfing was like in the past, because they were riding these boards, and if you've seen footage of guys riding them these days, people are tearing it up, and imagining what they were doing in the old days is it's just kind of awesome to think about, that guys were trimming, tube riding, turning, everything, and who knows how long ago. And so we're tapping back into what was going on in the past, and someday we'll maybe catch up to what was going on in the past. Here's the classic Stuth model. It's named after Jacob Stuth. He's in Australia, and he was one of the guys that really got into pushing the designs and standing up and moving on them. And this is kind of our basic standard model. We've moved into a round tail model here called the Peanut, which is a more maneuverable, loose board that you can do a lot of tricks on these, and you can flip them around and ride them forwards and backwards, but mainly they have a nice turning curve around the tail. And we also have the Finley model, which is just more of a classic straight rail board that's great for trimming. It's going real fast down the line, and usually a little bit longer in size. And we also have a swallowtail version of that. It's called the Anchovy, but it's similar point break, smaller wave board. The monster here is we call it the Tuna. It's kind of a copy of the old boards that they were riding in the 30s and 40s. We were heavily inspired by these by Bill Wallace down in Australia, who's been making these boards for decades, still making them, and these are a blast. You ride a lot like our Alaias boards, but they're a lot easier to paddle because they're big and hollow and float really good.
And what's the learning curve on one of these?
Well, that'd be interesting. There was some kids out at the beach this morning who rode one for the first time and got incredible rides, so they're a go. Especially if you come off the Alaias, the way the boards ride are very similar. So if you know how to ride an Alaias, you can definitely ride one of these. If you were starting out on one of these, I don't imagine it taking too long at all to figure it out. If you get an inkling, I heavily suggest trying one of these boards. It might turn you on to a whole new aspect of surfing.
My name's Matt Williams. I ride for Wegener Surfboards, shaped Wegener Surfboards. The best thing about the Alaias is the wow factor you give to people, and I just love it.
We're at WegenerSurfboards.com. That's WEGENER surfboards.com.